The Witch's Supermarket by Susan Meddaugh. I just love Halloween, said Helen to her dog Martha. I'm sorry you don't like your costume, Helen said. But witches have cats, not dogs. Everybody knows that. There was hardly anyone on the street when Helen and Martha set out to go trick-or-treating. One old woman hurried along ahead of them. She was short and round, and she turned a corner. Something fell from her bulging purple pocket. Helen picked it up. It's a coupon, she said. Hey, lady! But the woman didn't hear her. Helen took the coupon and ran after her. The old woman moved along at a surprisingly fast pace. She ducked down an alley and was disappearing behind a door when Helen and Martha turned a corner. It was a very dark alley, and Helen hesitated. Finally, she said, Come, Martha, we're not afraid. Helen stopped at the door. Signs read, Private. Keep out. Members only. Trespassers will be sorry. The biggest sign of all said, No dogs allowed. Grr, said Martha. I wonder what kind of place this is, said Helen nervously. She knocked on the door. No one answered. Hello, she said in a small voice. Then she opened the door just a crack to peek inside. It's just a supermarket, she announced. Come, Martha, that lady will be very happy to get her coupon back. Inside the store, Helen noticed several cats. It's no fair to allow cats and not dogs, she said to Martha. It's lucky you have your costume on. Still, Helen was a little worried, so she took a shopping cart and told Martha to hop in. Remember, she said, no barking. Helen looked for the woman in the purple coat. She didn't notice the unusual fruits and vegetables in the produce department. Up and down the aisle she went. There was a terrible stink in the dairy department. Rotten eggs, said a sign. Martha was very disappointed in the pet food section. Well, I'm glad Mama doesn't shop here, said Helen as they came to the meat department. Everyone is certainly ready for Halloween, thought Helen. I have never seen a supermarket like this, said Helen as she came to the household products. There was no soap for washing dishes, clothes, or floors. There were no sponges, mops, or vacuum cleaner bags. There were brooms, however. Lots and lots of brooms. And standing there looking at the brooms was the woman in the purple coat. The old woman carefully picked a broom from the large display. She studied it from every angle. What is she doing? Wondered Helen. Helen suddenly wanted to go home. Let's get out of here, Helen whispered to Martha. But as she turned to go, a large figure loomed above her. May I help you? Said the manager of the store. No, thank you, Helen stammered. I was just going to pick up some dog food. Dog food? Shrieked the manager in a voice that could be heard from aisles away. Did you say Dog food? From up and down the aisles, Helen could hear angry voices. Dog food, they said. Did she say dog food? Witches don't have dogs, they said, and they began to chant, She's not a witch, she's not a witch. Don't let her out the door. The witch's supermarket won't be a secret anymore. Then from the shopping cart came the most uncat-like growl. A dog! Gasped the manager. Cats, thought Martha. Over, under, and around the witches they ran. The brooms went wild. Stop the brooms! Shouted the manager. But it was too late. It was Halloween, and the brooms were ready to fly. Helen grabbed onto a broom, heading out the door. Stop that girl! Shouted the checkout witch. Get that dog! Helen and Martha made it through the alley. There she is, said the manager. Now she's over there, said a witch. Where's the dog? Yelled another. But there were cats everywhere, and the witch costume was just too popular that year. Later that night, Helen's mother said, I've got to run to the supermarket to pick up some dog food. Want to come? Grrr, said Martha.